Hi, Matt Stone.
Hey, Bodie.
How are you?
Check-in number 3.
Taking number 3. What's going right?
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's going right? Well, a lot is going right, actually.
Great.
I mean, despite the weight spike today, which
Right.
I have to assume is salt. That's the only thing I could think because I ate kind of a salty soup.
That's on my questions. I saw the
Yeah.
constant. Like,
I mean, I had
okay.
2 days at that, floor of, 110 exactly and about to break through to 109 something. Um, and then it goes, it's a Sunday spike. It's like, and I didn't do anything this time. I didn't, I tracked everything and everything. So it's got to be salt. I'm actually not concerned about it at all. I think it'll
Okay.
correct itself in the next day or two. Drink lots of
Okay.
water. But in terms of what's going well, yeah, I mean the overall trajectory is good. It's really good. In the gym, I'm stronger, noticeably stronger. The muscles are getting bigger, and I mean that's it's been a little over a month now, and so I've been through the routines enough
Right.
to now focus on other finesse things like my form again. It's like you focus on form, and then anyway. So so that's good. And probably an emotional breakthrough would be the third thing.
Oh, please share.
Well, going through that previous kind of meltdown when things weren't going well and I was really just feeling like nothing was working for just a brief period. When was that? Was that before our last check-in?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so since then I've just had a more like, hey man, just think long term, think about what your goals are, don't worry about any given day, any given number. If you're doing the fundamentals, then the numbers will eventually,
Exactly.
come around to reflect that. So yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm emotionally in a different place about the whole journey. So I'd say that's what's going well.
That's fantastic. Your mindset. I mean, that's it. And you got it. You got it. So I see it. All right. Awesome.
Well, your support has been really pivotal in that because you've been kind of tracking not just the numbers, but kind of the mental state, and you're right there with me along the way, and that's been very, very helpful. And I want to thank you
Awesome.
again for that.
Oh, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Really. All right. Anything you're struggling with right now?
There's still like, is the progress the reward, like on the day to day, making the progress the reward. Sometimes I don't feel like that very much, admittedly. So I think that's the thing. And just patience. Because if I look at it, if I keep doing what I'm doing, like within 6 months, if I just kept going, I'd be at or near my like ideal weight range,
right,
which was once unfathomable. And it's so close and yet so far, to quote the oft overused phrase. The same, I don't know if that resonates with you, but that's sort of
in everything, man. I mean, everything, like business, whatever it is, right? Relationships, everything.
Yeah. So patience. Making the reward the journey, along the way. That is the reward, and just, sticking with that. So
yeah. It's good, man.
Otherwise,
All right.
the numbers I've noticed even before when I was kind of managing my own program or whatever, I don't, is this common? So the numbers will go down and then it goes up and then down and then up and then down, and it goes up, but not as not as high as it was before. So you look at sort of the peaks and valleys,
right?
In the trend line. So I was at 110 even for 2 days straight, solidly. Then it jumps up to 111.4 today after I eat salty soup. And I'm thinking probably a correlation, but if it is water, it'll be gone. I mean, it's not, it's weight, but it's not real weight in the same, it's not fat. So
Yeah.
what, is that common to have that, or is that just me not being disciplined?
No, it happens. And I think like when I've got several things that I wrote in, but I think the salt was one, like it says chicken bouillon, and it was like 2 or something. It's like double the normal. So I was looking at the fats a little bit too, but everything seems, it could be that. I've had that when I was in a contest. I mean, jump up a hole and then you get kind of freaked out. It's like, especially on a day when we have this conversation, it's like, oh, I woke up this morning, I was waiting for 109.9. And I was like, what? So I dug in there and looked at everything. And yeah, as long as the trend's working this way, and there may be other tweaks that we can make, but yeah. I was glad to see your face like so calm and so peaceful, and yeah.
I think that's really the biggest breakthrough. I mean, I can feel muscles that are bigger. I'm stronger. I'm able to do more in the gym. I'm getting more used to this lifestyle, if you will. And
right.
so it's kind of hard for me to lie to myself and say, I'm not making progress, so let's give up, because I can see too many other tangibles. Even if that number on the scale isn't always what I want it to be,
right?
The lows are lower than they were before, and the
Right.
highs are lower than the previous highs. So if I look at that, it's like, okay, it's dropping.
And your weight in the gym is going up. So that's another sign you're getting stronger.
There's some more muscle weight on me, right? I mean, I don't know how you calculate. I mean, unless you're doing like a proper BMI test or something, I don't know how you measure that.
I think for you, like a big beginner, like I looked into this because I was thinking about this, but like a beginner, you would be considered a beginner training. You can expect to put on 0.5 to like 1.1 kilograms per month. So that could be, I mean, you've been training for a month, so that could be a whole kilo. That's possible for sure. But not much more than that. So like, you know, yesterday, some people think, oh, I put on, you know, this much muscle in one day. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. It's a pretty slow process. So yeah, some people like
that would be amazing.
My scale told me I put on a kilo of muscle yesterday. It's like, no, your scale is wrong.
Your scale is full of it.
The scale is completely wrong. Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thank you. That's actually, I've been wondering that. That's really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, I got it today. I thought I wanted to tell you that so you have a clear, you know.
You're always on it, man. You're always thinking about the next thing. It's pretty amazing.
We're connected. As soon as I saw that number, I was like, okay. I had like, you know, 30 minutes before the call, and I'm like digging in, like what is going on? So awesome. What do you think will be the most important focus for you in the next week or two?
Yeah. I think, gosh, keeping the water, keeping lots of water going. Because I admit, I don't like actively drinking that much water, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
Right. But, you know, I think it's really important. Probably. I mean,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I would say at least two, ideally probably around 3 for you.
Yeah.
Bodybuilders will do 4 to 8. Yeah. That's, I think for your body size, that's good.
Oh yeah, minimum 2, guaranteed. I'm drinking minimum 2, but I'm drinking on average 3 because I know what the glass that I usually use holds, and I'm kind of counting them throughout the day. But I want to stick with that because I think it is important, even though it's irritating. You know, I don't know. Like, it feels like I get success when I occasionally, not necessarily fast, but just sometimes I'll be cool with like skipping a meal.
Yeah.
Just cutting the calories down to 1,500 for a day. Like that seems to work a little bit. Is that crazy?
No, in fact, some diet plans are really, I mean, I've done it where like you're really limited on, it's like what's it called? Protein sparing diet. So basically you just hit your protein throughout the day, and it doesn't even have to be a high end, but, and you eat like like for me, all I've eaten today is fruit. And recently I found that fruit is good for me in the morning because it's, I mean, I can eat 3 bananas in a minute and my body takes it all in.
Right.
So I can work on, this is coffee and fruit. That's sort of my approach right now. And I'm losing body fat actually. I'm just doing that. So listen to it. Listen to your body. If you're not hungry, don't force it.
Yeah.
Your strength in the
Yeah.
gym is going up. So that's, I mean, that's
Yeah.
all we want to do is maintain your strength, but you're a beginner and you're hitting the gym and you're focused, it's going up. That's a great indication that you're building muscle.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, what qualifies a beginner versus intermediate? I mean,
That's
I've been going to the gym for years, so
I know.
I don't. My ego is only slightly bruised, but I mean,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, like, what's
I think you could say that, Matt. I mean, I'm an intermediate in almost everything. I'm not even advanced. And my bench press one max is, what is it? It's like 125 or something. I need a 129. So it's based on your strength. And this is, I mean, you can be technically an intermediate or an advanced lifter, but it goes by the strength. So your 1 rep max, that's why we're tracking that. That's like, yeah, serious. I mean, deadlift for us would be over 200 kilos to be intermediate. I thought, no.
Can I stay beginner forever?
Yeah. It's beginner mind, right? I might be wrong on the last one, but I think for me to be an advanced deadlifter, right, it's over 200 kilos. It's like over 400 pounds. So more than that, 420 or something like that. So,
okay.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that stuff because people will say, oh, I need to get up there and get hurt. So,
no.
But yeah, I mean, and we're not in it to make, powerlifting records or anything like this. So,
okay.
But if you want to, we can go into that in more detail later. I've got a whole standards. It's kind of fun, but.
Well, as we close out here, what's your, you've heard my spiel. What's your final word of advice for me going forward?
Man, I am just happy to see your face smiling like this. Cause when I got up this morning, I felt for you for a second. Cause I thought, oh man, he's just, and I really wanted to deliver to you today that I don't have to, because you're already there. So, I mean, your state of mind and your mindset, everything you've said today, you're spot on. So yeah, my advice is just keep going, and we'll look at these little things, and just take it one day at a time.
Awesome. Well, in a couple of weeks, when we do this again, I'd be really surprised if we're not in the 108 something territory. I really think that's where we'll be. And that's getting darn close to that first milestone. So
that's right. It is.
I'm not concerned. We're getting awesome.
There. Yeah, I can see that. That's you've made my day even happier.
Thank you for all your support. Seriously.
My pleasure. My pleasure, man. Really. Yeah. Thank you, man.